All right, so we are at An American Classic, owned by Al Wagner in Delafield, Wisconsin. Al specializes in collector car sales and restoration. He also has a complete service garage where you can have your collector or classic car serviced, major repairs done, minor repairs. You can even have modifications like adding disc brakes or the RediRad, for example. Today, the 67 Nova Supersport that I'm sitting in is going to receive a RediRad. This car was born without a radio. It is radio delete from the factory, and therefore there is no hole in the fender for an antenna. But the owner wanted to add a radio, and he wanted to add an original radio so that he could somehow listen to music. Well, prior to the RediRad, that was not a possibility. So what he did is he found RediRad, he found Al's shop, and Al's shop is going to supply the RediRad. It's going to go in this dashboard, and after the RediRad is installed, you'll be very surprised to hear how good this sounds, this stock AM radio playing music from any portable music player. First step, disconnect the negative battery cable from the battery. That eliminates any risk of accidentally arcing something that wasn't supposed to be connected or touch. As you remove the negative battery cable from the battery, then you're good to go to begin. In this car, because there's no antenna on the car, we don't have to worry about unplugging the antenna wire from the radio. We're just going to go directly with the RediRad male cable into the back of the radio. We're going to make sure that the RediRad isn't rattling around, so we're going to use the enclosed zip ties. After the antenna cable of the RediRad is in the radio, then we will unwind the red and black power cord and power and ground cords, and we'll go up over the pedals, over the steering column, and kind of among the wiring loom that's present there. And we will connect the RediRad power lead to the fuse panel and the ground lead to the body ground. I recommend that we use a digital multimeter that has the voltage displayed on DC volts, and you connect the black wire to ground on the car, and you use the red lead to probe around for an open 12-volt tap point on the fuse panel. Next, we'll walk around the car and reconnect the negative battery cable to the battery post. Get back in the car and tune the radio to 10, which this dial that shows 90 and 110. So 1,000 is what would be 100, so it's going to be somewhere between the 90 and the 110 on the dial. And we're going to program that on one of the push buttons. Put a source on the audio, and we're going to try it out, and we're going to have some tunes in this Nova that hasn't had tunes since it was born, because it's radio delete. So the best part is that you don't have to modify your radio or your car or your wiring or your dashboard. RediRad goes between the radio and the antenna, attaches to vehicle power cleanly, gives you the aux input that you want from today's cars with the style and history, and in some cases the value of the old stuff. There's nothing that replaces this radio. Well, you don't have to sacrifice that without music. Without RediRad, you do. With RediRad, you can have your tunes on your terms. That's the RediRad.